All right, let's dive into a story today that's, well, it's incredibly simple, but at the same time, just so profound. The title says it all. He waited every day, but she never came back. It's a story all about promises, time, and a kind of devotion you just don't see anymore.
And really, it all makes you wonder about something pretty fundamental, right? It's a question at the heart of any commitment we make. How long can a promise really last? Not just for a day or a week, but forever. So, our story kicks off with a ritual. A routine that's so consistent, it just kind of blends into the background. Most people probably never even noticed it, but it was driven by this incredible, unwavering purpose. I want you to picture this. Every single evening, just as the day is winding down, the station lights flicker on. And like clockwork, at exactly 6 p.m., an old man named Daniel shows up. And he doesn't just sit anywhere. No, he goes to the exact same bench every single time, watching the trains pull in and out. This isn't just a habit, it's a ceremony. And he's never empty handed. He's always holding on to this one thing, a small, faded photograph. You can just tell it's been held thousands of times, the edges all worn down and smooth. And this is our first real clue.
So, who's in the picture? Her name, we find out, is Emily, and she's not just some face in an old photo. The description says her eyes are full of life. She's this vibrant memory, a memory so powerful that it's completely shaped Daniel's life right here in the present.
Okay, so to really understand why he's waiting, we have to rewind. We have to go all the way back to this very same train station, to the one single promise that started this whole thing. This was it. This was the moment. It seems so simple, right? But it was like a contract for the soul. He tells her, "I'll be right here when you come back." And her reply, kind of playful, but she means it, "Then don't be late." That sealed it. But that goodbye, that was the last time he ever saw her. And from that moment, a wait began. A wait that would just stretch on, way beyond what anyone would think is reasonable, turning days into what felt like a whole lifetime. And just look at the sheer scale of his commitment here. We're not talking about a few days. Those days just bled into weeks, the weeks turned into months, and the months piled up into year after year after year. All from that one bench. But here's what's so fascinating. His reason for waiting actually changed over time. It wasn't just one thing. See, at first it was pure hope, that excitement, thinking today's the day she'll step off that train. Then that hope hardened into this solid, unshakable belief. But after so long, it became something else. It just became a habit, a part of him. He came because he literally didn't know how not to. Then one evening, his quiet routine is interrupted. A little boy, with that kind of pure, innocent curiosity that only kids have, walks up to him and asks the one question that everybody else was probably too polite to ask. And Daniel's answer, it's so simple, but man, it carries the weight of all those years. He doesn't say my wife or my Emily. He just says someone who promised to come back. His whole world revolved around her promise. But the kid isn't done. He asks a follow-up, and this one cuts right to the heart of Daniel's biggest fear. It's the one thing that could make this entire wait feel pointless. What if she just forgot? Daniel's reply is just, wow. Then I'll remember for both of us. And right there, you realize his wait isn't just about her return anymore. It's about keeping their memory alive. It's about shouldering that shared history all by himself if he has to. That's not just waiting, that's love. So more years pass. The world keeps changing around him. But Daniel and his bench stay the same. Until one evening, the routine is finally broken. The station manager sees him there, right where he always is. But this time, he's just silent. His long, quiet wait was finally over. Daniel had passed away right there on that bench. The place where his vigil began was also where it ended. But hold on, the story isn't quite finished, because when they checked his pockets, they found one last piece of this puzzle. A letter. A letter to Emily that he had never, ever sent. And the letter starts with him just accepting it all. There's no anger, no bitterness. He's thinking maybe life just took her somewhere amazing, or maybe she just forgot. He's made peace with all the possibilities. And then he gets to the heart of it, the one thing that mattered.
No matter what happened to her, no matter what the outcome was, he states the one undeniable truth of his life. But I kept my promise. I was there every single day. And he ends it not with a question, but with a wish. A wish for her happiness. His love wasn't about getting something in return. Just the act of loving her, of holding on to that memory. For him, that was enough. And now, just when you think the story has reached its sad, quiet end, there's one final, absolutely heartbreaking twist. Just 1 week after Daniel died, a woman steps off a train onto that very same platform. She looks around, her eyes find that now empty bench, and she says the words that Daniel waited a whole lifetime to hear. "Daniel, I'm back." It's just devastatingly cruel timing. She came back. She kept her promise too. But that reunion they both held on to for so long, it was never meant to be. She was finally there, but he wasn't. And so that leaves us with this one last haunting question to think about. Daniel kept his promise, faithfully, every single day. But does a promise really count? Is it truly kept if the one person it was for is never there to see it? I'll let you be the judge.